Alright, what is going on, guys? We are back on the YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be taking you guys through a full day eating because a few of you guys have requested that. So, currently, I'm only on 2,300 calories and I'm getting 10,000 steps per day. Keep in mind, this is my last week of training and it is my last week of deficit. So this is the lowest my calories are ever going to be during this cut. And it's going to be the most fatigue that I'm going to be experiencing throughout the entire cut. And just to preface this video, all of the foods that you see and all of the amounts that you see are all individualized to me. So you can take ideas of like recipes that I use for my different meals and such, because that is something that you can apply to your own diets, but definitely don't take into account the amount of food that I have, because the amount of food that you can eat on a cut or like to lose weight or to gain mass is going to be different for everybody, and it depends on a wide variety of factors that cannot be included in like just one thing. Like just because you lift 6 days a week just like I do doesn't mean you'll burn the same amount of calories, etc., etc. So don't take the amounts of food that I eat into your own diet without thinking about anything else, and just use the recipes that I use if you want to try them. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the first meal that I have today is some oatmeal. This is oatmeal, about 70 grams. I'll put up all of the macros here on this left side of the screen right here. And for this cut, I really do believe in about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So because I'm around 170 pounds, I'm eating like 180. So that's typically what I would be, on maintenance calories. And it's usually pretty smart to split that up fairly evenly between your meals. I like to have a little bit more protein post-workout just because that's what I personally like. But this is the meal that I'm having, just oatmeal here, skim milk, whey. There's also a little bit of chocolate chips in there, just a tiny bit, but they taste really good. Also some cinnamon as well. And then I also have a little bag of grapes here. I just absolutely love grapes, and fruit are a very low calorie thing to eat during your cut. So highly recommend getting your fruits and vegetables in. They're really good and you can always have them, really. So while I eat this food, I'm gonna be reading from the RP Recovering from Training book. This is an ebook that I rented. I'm almost done with the book, as you can tell here, page 118 out of 146. So I'm probably gonna finish this book today, finally, and then I'm on to reading some more things from RP. I've got a whole list of books to get through this summer. So we gotta get working on that, and I'll catch you guys for the next meal. Alright guys, so it's about an hour after I finished eating my last meal, which was the oatmeal, obviously. That takes a little bit of time to digest, so I basically wait until whenever my food's finished digesting. Usually I like to go on a walk after my breakfast, but I didn't do that today. I just kind of chilled out, did some reading. I've been training on like 1 meal recently instead of 2, which I would usually do during my bulks. And mostly that's just because like I just don't have enough food in order to like get some sort of benefit from having 2 meals. And I kind of like to have just a huge lunch when I come home. So instead of having like 2 meals beforehand and then like waiting to train until like 3 or 4 p.m., I like to just have 1 meal and then train around like 12, because then the entire gym is like pretty empty and free, so I don't have to wait on any equipment, which is super nice, and I can just get in and get out, which is kind of what I want to do on this cut. Not that like I hate the gym or something like that. I actually really enjoy it on this cut right now, but we're gonna get into taking pre-workout right now, which is jungle juice mode and also mango peach nitric. Mango peach is actually one of my favorite flavors, believe it or not. It's really grown on me. Like, this is one of the first flavors they came out with, but it is really good and I really like it. So we're gonna be having about like a scoop and a half of the mode here and then like a scoop of the nitric. And the reason I'm going scoop and a half instead of like my typical 1 scoop of each is because I tend to benefit a little bit more from caffeine. Let's eat this stuff. I said let's eat it. Let's drink it and get to the gym. So I'll see you guys there. I'm not gonna do a voiceover this time, just gonna be a straight up training video. We're gonna get to it and I'll catch you guys for my lunch. Alright guys, I'm back from training now, about to have my post-workout meal. This is the meal that I have like a good 40 or 50% of my daily calories in, because you want to replenish the glycogen as much as you can right after you work out so that your body can begin recovering and actually have the nutrients it needs in order to have a solid recovery. So, this is my biggest meal of the entire day. Preface. This is it. So I have 250 grams of pasta in here. There's a couple different types. And then we have 225 grams of chicken tenderloin. And then also about like a cup of mixed vegetables on top. Then of course, we have to follow it up with this shit. This is so good. Highly recommend to anybody that is looking for a good sauce. Literally, it doesn't matter how many calories are in here because there's none. But even if you don't even consider that, this tastes amazing. Highly recommend to anybody. G Hughes is the way to fucking go. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this food. Absolute favorite meal of the entire day, but I'm gonna pound it down right now because I'm hungry. So let's do this. All right guys, about to have my next meal. This is a very odd looking meal and this is not what I usually have, but my parents are gone tonight, so it's just me and my younger sister here having some dinner together. So we made a little bit of a thin crust pizza, very low calorie. I'm only having this much because that's what the calories allow. And then this is the rest of the salad I made for both of us. And I have to eat the rest. So it's gonna taste really good. Get those vitamins in, get that fiber in, and then I'll probably not be able to poop for like the next 3 days. All right guys, I just finished my food down here, and something that I do a little bit differently with dieting and eating in general while I'm at home, and that many probably don't do. Like, you know, a lot of people eat the exact same things every day, and I'm for the most part like that as well. Like my breakfast, lunch, and bedtime snack are all the same thing pretty much every day. All that depends is the amount that I have in each meal. But my family's always been really big on having dinners together. So we always have the same food, and I don't really like make my own thing because I think that would put like extra stress on me because I would have to cook my own food again for another meal. And if we're making something nice, like honestly, it's not that big of a deal to have one meal a day that might not be perfect in my macros. But basically I track everything that I eat on the other parts of my day that I have control over and the things that I can make. But I essentially track all my other meals first, and then I'm able to leave a decent amount of food left on the table that I'll be able to fill up with whatever my family's having for dinner. And I think it's a very, very nice thing to be able to do that because I definitely value spending time with my family, especially at dinners. That's something that we've always done for like many, many, many years. And I think it's really beneficial to keep us closer as a family, honestly. And it's also just super nice to like have a meal that you don't make and you know someone else makes it. So that's pretty much what I do for my dinners every single day. It might be a little bit different day to day, but as long as the other meals that I have throughout my day are easily digestible and I enjoy them, I think it's kind of the way to go, and it makes things just way better to like not have to stress it about one meal. And gotta love flexible dieting because you can really have whatever you want. Like today I had pizza, and I haven't had pizza in quite some time, but it's super, super nice to be able to eat pizza and still be able to stay on track with my diet. All that matters is I track it on my phone and I can always know that I'm just on point with everything. So, alright guys, so it has finally come time. Dude, they reflect so much. That's the only thing I hate about glasses. Like usually I wear my contacts, but I'm wearing my glasses now. I don't know, random tangent there. But we're about to eat our last meal of the day right here. This is by far my favorite meal. Actually, I don't know, now that I started getting into that one sauce at lunch, dude, like this was unbeatable, but now lunch is really good. Okay, anyways, this is one of my favorite foods. This is Greek yogurt, kind dark chocolate clusters. This is like a little granola that I kind of crushed up a little more. And then there's also some full fat yogurt down there. Just a little bit of that, only like 100 grams, and then 255 of the non-fat. Super high in protein, pretty low in carbs. This stuff here is also pretty high in protein. And then we come over here, we just have a few berries. We have some bloobs and some strawberries. Absolutely love fruit, so might as well have some late in the day when I just need a little bit more carbs to end off the calories. So this is pretty much what I've been eating most days. But also, for those of you that stayed till the end of the video, I just want to say I highly appreciate you. I'll give you a cutting tip. Sugar-free gum. Also, actually, I also recommend getting like well, first you're gonna need the Gorilla Mode shaker cup, and then you're gonna need some 0-calorie lemonades. I had normal lemonade and then raspberry lemonade this week, and I just pounded through them. But like it made the amount of water that I had to drink better, and just made me feel a lot better just to drink more water and drink it with that. But highly recommend that to anybody that struggles with appetite. I don't really struggle with appetite too much. It's more that I'm not chewing something or something like that. That's why gum obviously helps, but then the water is huge. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, of course, smash the like button down there. And then also subscribe for more videos like this in the future. I will likely do another full day eating when bulking comes around. Or actually, maybe I'll do it during maintenance. I have maintenance for the next 3 weeks. So maybe I'll do one then. If you guys like this video, let me know. And we can do something like this again. But anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Or night. Whatever time of day it is for you right now. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Peace.